Hello, Sandra here from AtelierVintageRose. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to show you all these cotton candies that I made from various products. Yeah, normally I make my charms like double-sided paper, and I glue it together, and then I put some acrylic varnish on it so it's sturdy and the hole won't break as easy. And then you just put a ring in it and then you have a charm. This time I wanted to make it 3D, so I'll start with the most simple one, and the easiest one is just a pom-pom. And here I have these bags with all kinds of colors in it. And how did I make all those colors? I just took, let me see, I have a pink one here. I just took my pastels. These are pastel crayons, and let me open this up like so. There is my pastels, and all I do, like for the purple one, I did two colors. I did the dark purple and the lighter purple in one bag, and I just scrape it off in the bag. And here is for the pink, the yellow one. I don't know my colors. The pink one is just this one, I believe. And for that bluish green, I used the green one and the blue one together in one bag and just mixed them up. And for the light blue one, I just used that color. So that's the colors that I used for my to make my colors. And what you do, you take a white pom-pom, and in this case, what color would I want? I think I want the pink one. So just make sure all the crayons are in the bottom of the bag, and I use just plastic bags. Let me open that up and just get that pom-pom in there. Make sure you don't get your hands in there because it's all very colorful. It will go off your hands, but sorry about the crinkling, of course. And I just try to squeeze it and roll it a little bit, so there is a little bit of that color on the pom-pom. And I take it out and just look at it. Oh, that's a lot of color. Let me just get that off a little bit. And then what I do is I push it between my hands and I start to roll it like this. Make sure that the coloring is not coming out of your bag. I start rolling it like that in the bag a little bit, so it gets a little bit of a shape. And then you can take it out if you like the color. I like this color. You can take it out and make sure, sorry about the crinkling, make sure you close the bag again. You have a pink pom-pom, and now I'm going to roll it more in between the palms of my hand, and then the color will fade a little bit. And I want that shape to be like more of a cone, like that. So that's my starting point. Then I take one of these eye pins like this, and I'm going to put that in the pom-pom. Sometimes you have to push it through a couple of times to get it where you want it. I think that's too much to the side, so I want it more. I will give this a try. And then come out there, and now it's all crooked. Just bend it a little. I think this is okay. Yeah, I think it is. It's still off center, so that's the most difficult part from this one, I think, to get it in center. A little bit like that. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some, I wrote down the names for this, some cotton swab. And you need a cotton swab that is open on the inside. Let me see what I've got. I have a cotton swab here. Well, you have these cotton swabs, but those are for babies and those are closed on the inside usually. But you need a cotton swab that is open. If you cut it open, there has to be a hole in there. And that's what I use for the bottom of my little, this is very tiny altogether, because this is what we want to have. So let me see if I have something here. Yeah. I have a piece already cut off right here. And that's what I'm going to glue on the bottom of this eye pin. So I hope I can shape this a little bit more right there, but that will be all right later on. And the glue that I'm using is B7000 for this, because it's iron, and that glues perfectly well on iron. Let me see if I can put that on there without making a mess. Usually I am making a mess with this, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to push this in there. Let me take the other side because I didn't cut that off too pretty. Okay, I'm going to push this in there, and I have to have a little bit to make another round to close it off. So this has to dry for a while, so that's the second step you do with this. And then you take your pliers, your round nose pliers, and you just roll this around so it stops. You have a stopper. You can even put a dangle underneath that as well. So those are the first ones that I made, and I've got one here that is hanging on some beads, and I've got one here that I have to, that is drying as well, for a blue one, and then another one here that's a bigger pom-pom. Oh, that's the pom-pom doesn't shape. That is not shaped yet, sorry. So yeah, when you have done that and you roll this around, then you take, I can do that with this one because it's still drying, I think, but I can try this. Then you take something like this, a very fine comb. This is for animals. We have 2 rabbits, and one of those rabbits has long white hair and needs to be brushed once in a while. So you just brush it a little bit, and as you can see, I hope it shows on camera, it's getting a little bit fluffy. So that's what you want. And that is what I did with these pom-poms. So those were the first ones I made, and I think it looks a little bit like a cotton candy. So that was the first one I tried out. I saw this on Pinterest, I believe, and then I thought, well, let's try this out. So that was the first batch, and then I thought, well, I need some cotton. And what I used was, first of all, I used these makeup patches, and you just rip them apart. You can just rip them apart like this. I think this is one already. Let me see. Rip them apart like this, and then you get, oh, there's even this inside, but you get some cotton, and when you cut off that edge, you get some cotton that you can just wrap around. One of these is handy because they already are bigger. You can wrap around that, but then I bought some cotton balls, and they come in a pack like this, all wrapped up. And I thought, let me try it with these cotton balls. So now I want to cut off something here. I think half of it is enough. Let me try that. And let me just get that a little bit out. And let's try that one with the pink. So I'm going to put the cotton inside. And just try to make it colorful. That is going to be a lot of color, I think, but let's try to have that all pinked up. Yep, it's way more pink now. So let's put this aside for now. And let's see what I've got. I like it. Oh, no, 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 no. I spilled with the pink and then all my color is on my table. Be careful with your chalk. It doesn't go everywhere like I did right now. So that's cleaned up. Okay. So I've got this one right now here, and then I'm going to cut this one in half. That's the size I want to use. For one, and I will start putting this away and make this one. What did I do? I think I just glued it. I am taking my fabric glue, but you can use any glue you like. I think any white glue would work. So I just put a little bit on top here and on that side, and I'm just trying to start somewhere. Oh my gosh, that pink is still coming off. I don't know from where. I think from this piece. Yep, it's still coming off. Just think of your whole table to be pink. Luckily my mat is already pink. So I'm just starting on top here, just over the top a little bit. Glue that on. And then just starting to make my way around. Let's see if that should go a little bit further. And just go around. And as I go around, I try to open up my cotton so it's not as thick. And put some glue on there and just go around there. And then I need a lot of it right here on this part. I need more, lots more of it. So I just take this one, and this is not the outer layer yet. This is just building up a base for the pumpkin. For the pumpkin. What am I saying? For the cotton candy. Never mind. And then, as I think I have a shape, I'm going to put some glue here, dots of glue here, and just wrap some of this around. And you can just pull it out a little bit. Then it becomes more handy. Wait for it. I want you to go over there. And then you get that fluffy feeling a little bit from that cotton. Here's a little tip that I can glue on. I think my base is good like this. Is it too small? I don't know. Maybe I could wrap a little bit more around. I'm gonna take this piece. Oh, this is a good piece. Going to wrap that around as well. So let me just put some dots there. And then start here and try to wrap that around a little bit. And then with your fingers you just form the cotton candy like this. I think that's what I'm wanting. And then you let that dry a little bit. And then the only thing I need to do is fluff it up with this handy tool. And let me see which way I was going. I think I'm going this way. I'm going to fluff it up a little bit like this. Make it like cotton candy. And if you've done that and you think it's too much, you just get it a little bit more down with your finger. So I think this one is perfect. I want to be able to do that on the bottom. How do I do that on the bottom? Like this. Yep. I think that's perfect. That's a perfect one. I love it. What I did with this one, I made several. I used some, what is this? Hairspray. It's extra strong and it does not stick. So if you dry this, then it's not sticky anymore. And I use that on this one to keep the shape a little bit. I really like the pink one as well. And is there another one that I made? Yeah. With this one, I put the eye pin on top in there. And I made it a charm. And I have to spray this one still. But I really like those ones. And what I also saw on Pinterest, because I have to admit, I've never eaten cotton candy. We do not have those big circuses here. We have some thing that's called a kermis, which is a sort of carnival. There is usually not a circus stand, but if we have either the circus with, well, I don't think animals are allowed anymore, so perhaps only clowns. And then we have something like kermis, and that is where a carnival, where something like this comes in to play, and they have cotton candy there. And I saw on Pinterest that they wrap it in, they make it before you buy it, and they wrap it in plastic. So what I used are these little tiny plastic bags. I cut this piece off, the glue piece, and I just bind it with some string. I bind it with some, no, this is not yarn, it's not string, I can't find the words, it's for the sewing machine. And I just bind it and have it like that. I really like that as well. And then I got playing around with my sticks, and then I tried some yarns. This is one of the yarns. This is chenille yarn, and I think it's a cotton candy. And then I tried this yarn right here. I tried that. I really like that as well. And then I tried the yarn with the long fluffy yarn like that. I tried that, and you have to cut that off. And that's too long, so I had to cut that a little bit. So yeah, I was just playing around making these cotton candies. So that's all the various ones I've got. I am going to place them in my shop. I have a miniature shop that is 1 to 12, the ratio of the shop, the size of the shop. And I'm going to put them in there. But for now, I just wanted to show you how I made this. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you make them too and enjoy yourself. Have fun. See you later. Bye bye.